Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, July 10th, and I started my day super early to get a jump start on some things that piled up because of last week's short week. And already digital things are going bananas. Is Mercury in retrograde or what? We had our payment processor logging a bunch of attempted payments on our site, which would be great. We'd love to get 77 donations, but when they all happen, within a couple of minutes, usually that means there's something goofy afoot. There's also things that we put in the calendar last week that have disappeared. And digital infrastructure, when you are a distributed organization as we are, is like such a huge piece of our effectiveness. And already, the problem solving opportunities are stacking up. So yes, I'm a little bit late here this morning because for some reason, some things have just decided to kind of digitally blow up this morning, but we will collect all the pieces, get things back in order, find our balance and our center again, and just keep it moving. And also it gives us an opportunity to really interrogate our own instincts. For me personally, my own instinct towards perfectionism and the weight that puts on top of me. We know that is a vestige of colonized thinking, of white supremacy, of patriarchy, this sort of binary adherence to there is perfect and there is failure and nothing else matters. Well, only perfect matters. And failure is something to have shame about. You know what? It's all a learning opportunity. So that's the energy I'm trying to bring forth. Last week's message from the ancestor was the honorable warrior. I'll admit I'm probably not feeling too honorable, but I'm feeling very much warrior energy in getting, irritable and angry at the crapsters out there on the internets that like to, challenge us, give us these opportunities to interrogate our need for perfectionism. So let's see what the ancestors have for us this week, though. And then I will take that energy into problem solving this latest digital brouhaha. Hopefully your Monday is starting out without any of these opportunities to challenge your perfectionist leanings. And everything is smooth sailing for you as we launch into this week. Next Monday is kind of a cool alignment, new moon and a Monday. I like it when things stack up like that. It feels like this opportunity to really sort of align with our values and kind of trim our sails if needed and reset our rudder kind of thing. The energy of the new moon being, this ripe darkness for growth, planting seeds that will sprout. And then a Monday, is always a good time to sort of reset for the week. But let's see what the ancestors have for us this week. We've gotten that honorable warrior a few times. We've gotten a lot of administrator. See what the message is this week. Ancestors and nature guidance. The king. I powerfully lead my mission. Okay. Regal, powerful, passionate, courageous, sovereign, responsible, benevolent. Okay. Creative, innovative, decisive, directive, inspiring, visionary, respected. Ooh, yes, these little digital crapsters better respect. Let's see. I want to see what the shadow is. of this king. I have never pulled this card before, which is interesting. I've had this deck for some time. Can't recall ever pulling this card. So let us see. One. Okay. Our sole desire is to expertly use power for higher order growth and security. All right, come in for that. To excel at creating a resilient and wealthy business, community, or organization. Okay, ancestors, I hear you. The shadow is when we are showing up as dictators or over controlling, greedy, entitled, and isolated. Isolation, that's a big theme around here since the pandemic. We've always been a distributed organization and remote. And that just sort of, was really easy to just keep on keeping on with once the pandemic happened. But now, personally, I'm really feeling a need to re-engage with community. We've been doing local things here. Really at the launch of sort of our legitimacy in our organizational growth, like as we were, getting our nonprofit paperwork in order and trying to bylaws and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of in-person stuff happening in community around 2016, 2017. And then we kind of, started plugging in with national networks and really, digging deep into being a digital organization. Our other founder, Mika, was in Hawaii at the time, so we were collaborating that way. But now I am feeling a real deep need after the pandemic and after kind of really building our digital infrastructure to get some real in-person time. So we will be having some events here locally, and hopefully that's going to help offset that that shadow isolation. So we will all show up in our monarch energy this week, really cultivate that, dig into it. Always here to kind of, chit chat about that and how to cultivate that in ourselves, in our communities, in our organizations. So always feel free to reach out and grab some time so we can chat. And I wish you all the best as your week progresses. And I look forward to being in community with you next week when the new moon and Monday line up. We are going to be, one of the little digital glitches that we had was the link to this event on our website that allows people to sign up to be in community for these calls. So to join us on the live as we do the card pull and to, really talk about how these messages from the ancestors can be channeled into artwork, and how to cultivate these energies in ourselves. So you will be seeing that soon. A way to sign up and join me here to combat that isolation so we can be at least in virtual community with one another on these calls. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.